everyone, I'm here today with Wong, who's a ballet teacher and Pilates instructor here in Sydney, Australia. And so first, Crystal, just tell us a little bit about who you are and what your journey through dance has been.
Yes, I have studied dance since I was 6 years old. Like every kid here, just follow on. And then I pursued for a full-time course. Studied there for 2 years, and I moved to London for 3 years and studied at the Royal Academy of Dance. I gained a degree of teaching in London. After that, I moved to Melbourne. I stayed there, study and teaching as well for 5 years, and then I moved here in Sydney.
And it's wonderful to have Crystal here. She does a lot of integrative work between what I do in the clinic and then building the girls back into what they're doing in class. So, Crystal, you work a lot with the girls because you have right from the little ones through to the pre-professionals. You work a lot of girls through that pre-point, beginner point stage. What do you think about the perfect point system as an adjunct to your other skills as a teacher to help make that kind of transition stage a little bit easier?
It's very important. Your book is like a Bible to me now.
Excellent.
Yes, because all the exercises that you've given in the book is very valuable to really make them understand with the visual pictures and everything. I get to read them through just before I start the class as well, to follow through with the exercises that you have in the book in stages. Make them understand it's important that they need to take it away and do it themselves, and also important to incorporate that into the classes as well. So I think it's very valuable that to make them understand they have to have the responsibility themselves to do it.
How about the assessment tools and things like that, learning about in more detail about the feet and things like that? Like we do go into a little bit of anatomy and things like that, not in a scary way. I try and make it as easy to understand as possible. Is all that detailed information, like how do you find that understanding?
Yes, it's very easy to understand with English because it's not too scientific. Because it's coming from a teacher's point of view, I'm not a physio myself. I didn't really study all that muscles and stuff. So it's a language that I could understand, and also that could transform to the little ones as well. Yes, to the girls. I find that with the information that you have given in the book, it's very surprising that when I was learning to become a teacher, I didn't get access to all those. We just learn all those superficial and anatomy stuff, but not into details of exactly how you can get the girls to be stronger on point and things like that. We did understand like how exercises can be choreographed to make them easy and strong to go on point, but not in an anatomical way. So it's very, very good.
This was something that I found really intriguing. I was actually a little bit horrified when I discovered that there wasn't that much specific training in in RD and Shikedi and Vaganova and a lot of the major syllabuses, that the girls just start on point. That there's not actually much training of the teachers how to teach the beginning stages or the pre-point stages. I personally, I wanted to do this because most of the problems that I see in older students and in professional dancers stem from all of the core major weaknesses or restrictions that I explain in the book, and so being able to bring those in to the young ones and for dance teachers to be able to do it themselves, because I don't feel that that is really, and physio needs to do it. I like to see the problem ones, but if dance teachers can screen through all the others and then go, okay, yes, or I'm not sure about this one, you can go see Lisa. I think that is where I've really targeted it, so that you have more of an understanding, that you have that background. Not, you don't have a physiotherapy degree, but I don't think you have to have that to be able to screen the girls properly.
Because I think as a teacher nowadays we have to understand the world has changed a lot. And with the access of these information, it's really best to cooperate that into it and make the benefits for the students. Because we pride ourselves to be able to use our body as a craft.
Definitely.
But we don't have to understand sort of that much when we were sort of studying in the old days. Now we have the access, so it's best to use it.
Good to do, And a lot of teachers have been finding that now they actually understand their own bodies a little bit more and able to get more out of their own body after working through it with the students, which I think is a wonderful thing. You've had a good look around the Teachers Only site.
Yes.
Can you tell me a bit about what you feel is that as an adjunct to just the manual on its own? So how the two fit in together?
The most interesting thing I find out on your site is the forum.
Yep.
I really think that it's as a teacher myself, I really think that it's very important to have support from others as well.
Yeah.
So you know that you're not alone.
Yeah, definitely.
The problem, and it might not be just a problem that you have with your group of students, it could be everywhere. Definitely. So it's actually good to share the comment.
That's why I wanted to bring that in, because I honestly get a lot of emails from teachers who have the system saying, I have this particular student and I'm wondering about this, and I was spending hours writing emails back to everyone to try and answer all those questions. And then I thought, well, really these kind of answers need to be available to everyone. So it's great that you can post a question, I can post the response, and then we can also get the experience from other teachers. I'm not a dance teacher, I can give my point of view on it, but then it's also nice having other teachers and very experienced teachers being able to comment and say, well, we also had a similar situation, try this. What we want to do with that is build a community that you can go to, that you can go, okay, I'm having this problem, what have other people said about it? So it's nice to be able to build that along with it. And with the additional resources, with the poster and the audios and things, how do you find that?
I can actually tell you that I sometimes download your MP3
track
and actually broadcast it when I'm driving.
Excellent.
So I can actually listen to it.
My voice is sitting there.
Because sometimes it's really hard to find time to sit in front of the computer with a lot of teaching that is hands-on and demonstrating. So just whenever I have the time, I'd rather do it when I'm like driving and listen to what you had to say about like an ankle injury or something like that. Although I understand that can't be replacing sending someone to actually see you, but it's very informative.
And in the new package that we've got, you know, that we're now getting it produced as a physical resource, which is very, very exciting. In there we have the teacher's manual and the student's book, but we also have physical CDs, so all of the audio tracks are on the CD, so you can just pop it in the player or pop it in the computer and have it onto your iPod and things like that. So that makes all that very exciting. And the poster, we've had a good look at the poster and we're going to have one in the studio. How do you think that as a resource helps support what you were doing with the girls?
I think that would be like a quick reference. If someone needs to just have a look at what they're actually following on from stage 1 to stage 2 and things like that. I think it will be good, especially attracting the interest of little ones as well, because they tend to like looking at pictures on notice boards and things like that. So it will draw their interest in getting into the system too.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Crystal. And do you have anything final to say for any dance teacher who's kind of thinking about looking into this? How do you feel as a whole that it's contributed to your experience as a teacher?
I think it's because it's so accessible. I think it's really just important that you get onto the website, get to know Lisa a little bit more, get her book, and really it's just valuable information that we can't just neglect.
Wonderful. Thank you, Crystal, and we'll talk to you soon.